It's Mello season. Melodifestivalen 2022. I thought I was gonna make a video before the final, but I didn't. So the finale has already happened and we already know who's gonna go to Eurovision, but I still wanted to make a video and talk about everything. And I also wanted to mention that the American Song Contest, the first ever American Song Contest, is starting this week. It's gonna be going on for 8 weeks, and I've decided I need to do some coverage of that. I have no idea if you guys will be able to watch it from Sweden or wherever you guys are watching this from, so I'll take it upon myself to hopefully give you guys the scoop, let you know what's happening with all of that. I really hope that even if you're someone that's like, oh, I don't like Eurovision, I don't like Mello, like, I'm gonna try and make this entertaining for you too. I feel like this video is for you. I'm giving the recap, so you didn't have to watch all 5 weeks of Mello. You just have to watch my one video, and I'll fill you in. So, please watch, please stay. But I'm gonna go through, I think, basically the whole finale, and I'll throw in a few extra songs that I think we need to talk about, including my least favorite songs. So yeah, let's get to it. I'm talking about Melodifestivalen 2022. All right, finale kicks off. We've got Klara Hammarström. I'm gonna be nervous about every pronunciation I do in this video, but I really like her. I really like her voice, and the song was okay. It's just tough. I mean, like, I guess I knew, like, seeing it for the first time, I was thinking, like, it's fine, probably not gonna win. And then I felt really guilty because she clearly, like, she wants to go to Eurovision. I want her to go to Eurovision, you know? It's like her dream. I think she can definitely achieve that. It just wasn't this song, you know? So I really hope she will be back in the future. And I'll also say her outfit was a huge downgrade from last year. Last year's outfit was kind of just bonkers. Like, she looked like an astronaut, but it was like really cool. It didn't really fit the song, but I loved her outfit last year. And this year's outfit, it just kind of looked really costumey. Like, I noticed that about a few performances from the semifinals, that I just thought the costumes, some of them felt too cheap. Like, she's got these weird little, like, puffy flames, and it just, I don't get it, you know? It's like, I guess with, like, her space outfit, it looked more like legit armor type of material. Oh, I feel bad. This would be a good time to add my disclaimer. Like, I'm not here to talk badly about anyone. I am trying to just add my opinions about the songs themselves and the performances. But obviously the artists, they're all great. They're all talented. They're all great singers. So please, I'm not trying to be mean. Okay, that's my disclaimer. So going to Klara's actual performance, I gotta say, the first second of where she has like a glowing, okay, I don't know how else to say it. When the song starts and she has, you know, a burst of light right through the crotch, I'm just gonna say it. Like, it just, I don't know. I feel like that could have been avoided somehow. That light was too perfectly, like, right there. And then it just got brighter and brighter, and it was just glowing at that point. I don't think that happened in the semifinal. I'll put a clip of it. I don't remember if that happened or not. Now, another issue that wasn't just her performance. This was like multiple, I have a few others just from the finale, but some of these performances were staged in a way where they could not move from their one spot because they have to make sure all the, you know, the graphics appear when they like hold their hands out and like, you know, make sure everything is lined up and that the cameras know where to put them in the frame. But then the consequence of that is they're just standing in one spot the whole time, and it just feels like She's talking about running through the hills, and she's standing there, just standing still, and there's no running. But I will say, during her performance, you know, she's dressed in like this red flame outfit, and then we see kind of her alter ego show up in a green outfit, doing all of the running and the dancing that Klara can't do because she has to be stationary. But I do love that the green girl comes over and Klara just yeets her out of there. Performance number 2, we have Theoz? Theoz. Let me check. Theoz. So he's 16 and he's incredible. Like, he's really, really good at just stage presence, dancing, singing, and clearly the girls love him. The fangirls. I mean, holy crap. I especially enjoyed in the like the semifinal. First of all, they got rid of Second Chance. Not called Second Chance anymore. I don't know. Very confusing. But when the host would just say his name, girls were screaming.
Och Theoz. Nu ska du upp på scen, kämpa för livet.
Yeah, I mean the song, like, it'll be interesting to see if people know what I mean when I say it is like a typical Swedish pop song. This one specifically, there is just a certain sound that Swedish pop songs have, and it is so recognizable for me at least. I don't know. That's why I'm like, do Swedish people hear it? Do they know what I mean when I say typical Swedish pop song? Didn't think it was gonna win, but you know, what I do love about this competition is that I think most of these songs end up being on the radio in Sweden. So they kind of end up being, you know, successful songs in their own right, even if they don't necessarily go to Eurovision. So yeah, I'm pretty sure we're gonna see Theoz for many years. And he's only 16, so he'll definitely be back.
Melodi nummer 3, Higher Power.
Number 3 is Anna Bergendahl. And at first I didn't recognize her, but once I heard her sing, I was like, well, this song sounds really similar to Kingdom Come, which was from Mello 2020. I guess I didn't realize, like, oh, she sang that one too. So that's why it sounded familiar. But when I was watching Melodifestivalen for 2020, her performance was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. I mean, the song was great and catchy, but out of nowhere, men in kilts just show up on the stage and they go hard. Like, it was so funny to me and very unexpected.
And this time maybe I'll be waiting for the lonely ones.
I love her voice. It's so unique and so powerful. But here's something. I don't know if anyone else has noticed this, but she loves wearing sleeveless outfits. And while she's holding a microphone in one hand, she is just showing her pits. Her one pit, I guess. She's showing this one pit all the time. Every time. And I don't know if I'm the only one who's noticed this, because I saw it in 2020 and I was like, wow, she just loves being like, look. Now she's got very fit arms, like they're muscular and slim. So I don't blame her for wanting to show off her arms, but it's just the constant like, here's my arm. I guess it's just more of an observation, because then when I went back even further to other years, there were more armpits. Turns out she won Mello back in 2010. I did not realize that. And open pits for everybody. So when I saw the one pit and then it sounded very similar to the 2020 song, I pieced it together and I was like, that is the same girl. So So in terms of the song, it kind of fits into the same category as the first two for me, where it's catchy, it's good, but it doesn't have that extra like wow factor that would probably, get the winning vote.
So I didn't know.
Number 4, we have John Lundvik. And of course, John is such a good singer. He's really, really good live. And I think that's where he does stand out from the others, is that he can really give that live performance that sounds like the recording. It's really hard to perform live. So I do think that's where he has an edge with his performance. But the song itself doesn't do it for me. I mean, it's a very slow ballad, but it doesn't really like stand out to me as a winning song. But I think he made it to the final because he sang it very well, and maybe because it's John, Oh, but hands down, the best part of his performance, I mean, other than him singing it, was the shot from behind, and you could see the whole audience. It was just magical. Like, I already think that's why Mello and Eurovision are just so fun anyway. They just kind of feel like a magical experience. And it was like seeing thousands and thousands of people with their lights. Oh, it was so great. So that was definitely a highlight for me from the whole show, actually. All right, moving on to performance number 5, which was Turin Sekelius. I think I'm saying that right. The song didn't... I feel so bad. I've already said like 4 songs, like, they didn't do it for me. I guess we just haven't gotten to like my favorite songs yet, but the song isn't for me. There's just something about that beat where it's like the beat is on every note. Where it's like, dun, 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 dun. I don't know if that makes sense. By the way, I was trying to research what you call that type of rhythm where the beat is on every single note, because I don't like it.
I learned to live just like my mama said, my way.
Tuna has the same issue with the staging, where Tuna has to stand in one spot for like the majority of the song because they haven't pulled the trench coat off. So it's like this whole time, it's like I'm trying to be in this powerful anthem, but I also cannot move. It's just like, it just feels so awkward and stiff. But then of course, once the trench coat comes off, everything feels much more natural at that point, and being able to move around and whatnot. Number 6, I think this is number 6, Bagge. All right, I gotta be honest with you guys. The first time I saw the semifinal, I did not like the lyrics. The lyrics were so cheesy that it ruined the whole song for me. Now, I will admit, I now think the song is pretty catchy. And I will say, especially during the final, it just felt so much more powerful in the finale. And of course, the audience is much larger, so maybe I was just feeling the energy from them as well. I went from not caring for that song at all to now, I kind of get it. I will say I heard the results first before I went back and watched the performances. So I'd heard that this song got second place, and I was just like, what? I can't believe that. And then after watching it, it's like, all right, I kind of get it. Oh, Robin. Robin was, I think, our 7th performance. Yeah, first time I ever saw him perform, I guess, was when I was going through the catalog of previous winners. Saw that he had won in 2017. All right. I really like the song. I watched it again today and I was still like, man, he's so cool. Like there's just everything about it, you know, the cool suits and of course the treadmills and the graphics. I always loved all the like lighting and the effects and whatnot. What I've noticed, especially after seeing his performance from this year, he doesn't do a lot of facial expressions. He's the exact opposite of me. Like, whoa, he and I should balance each other out. He's very much like this face the whole time. It works when he's being Mr. Cool Guy on the treadmills. But then I will say 2020 and this year, I feel like we need a little bit more now. Like he's kind of have more of this upbeat type of like happy hipster song. I don't think it's like a bad thing. I will just say like, I guess I'm just surprised that he doesn't maybe embody a different persona with different performances. All of his songs have been catchy. I liked this year's song as well, but I would say I like Take a Chance more. Number 8 is Faith Kakembo. This was my favorite verse and bridge melody. I like the chorus as well, but the chorus is a lot harder to sing. So in terms of like singing along with it, I love the verses and is it called the bridge? You know, leading up to the chorus. Yeah, nothing wrong with this song. I do think that it's a hard song to pull off live. You know, I do think there's a little bit of shakiness when it came to the vocals, but that's kind of, I mean, that's why live performances are so crucial in determining the best song, right? Like so many songs that I think are really well written don't make it onto the final and don't make it onto Eurovision. And it kind of, sometimes it just comes down to the live performance. I don't know. But she did make it directly to the final, which is really exciting.
I hope don't stop believing I can trust, won't suffocate.
One criticism I have about this performance was the outfit. I already complained that Klara kind of seemed to have like a costumey type outfit, and it just seemed similar that Faith's dress, when the light was shining through it, you could see right through the dress. You could see the seams, and then it got pretty short. There was a big old slit on the side of that dress, and I was starting to worry how much we were about to see. She's singing about freedom, and I wasn't sure if something else is about to be free. Moving on to LIAMOO. I loved this performance. First of all, he sounds just like Usher, or like the chorus does. The chorus sounds exactly like an Usher song.
So when the night turns to dust, I become so heartless.
Earlier, I talked about Anna and how her one song where guys in kilts just showed up and started putting on a show. This performance, 4 guys show up and just join him for a dance party, and I loved it. They were so happy to be there. They were just having a great time. They learned 2 dance moves, but I'm into it. I was definitely enjoying that performance. I'm hoping that they'll be back, all of them. I hope LIAMOO and the boys show up again in a future Mello. Next, we have Cornelia Jakobs, which I think I've already given the spoiler. She ended up winning, so happy for her. I gotta say, I was rooting for her. She was my top choice along with Medina. Those are my top 2 choices for this year's winner. But after, listening to her song from Mello, I went and looked up her other music. As a solo artist, she does not have much music on Spotify, but the music she has, it's all incredible. I highly recommend it. Every song she has put out there is so good. So I definitely recommend it. So glad she won. I mean, I was definitely rooting for her. Her song stood out to me right away. I had that in my notes. I think she was in the first week of performances, and I had already written down like, this one could win. Which, you gotta talk about the most heartbreaking line in the whole song, which is when she says, "It kills me that I found the right one at the wrong time."
Oh, it kills me. I found the right one at the wrong time.
Guys, it's so sad. And I just feel like so many people can resonate with that feeling. Anyway, I think the song could do really well at Eurovision. I'm feeling confident. I have not listened to any of the Eurovision songs yet, but just with no idea of what other songs exist, this song I do think is like the perfect mix of like, it's beautiful, it really resonates with people, it feels unique, like, yeah, it's like you can tell it's a pop song, but it still has something special about it. And she sang it really well. Next, we have Cazzi Opeia. Love this song. So catchy. Very happy it moved on from the second chance, not second chance, semifinal. It is very, very catchy. The outfit just doesn't make sense with the song, but I still loved the performance, loved the dancing, and the little clapping and the rainbow road going on behind her. It was very stimulating, but I also don't know why those choices were made for this song. So, and finally we have Medina, which this song is a bop. It's so good, you guys. I love this song. It's just the perfect amount of energy, the perfect amount of like sing and dance, and it's catchy. In the live performance, I think they had like pyro stuff, like it had it all. Yeah, I would have been just as excited if they had won Mello. They ended up placing third. They did really well. So yeah, that was the perfect way to close out the show too. So after all of that, Cornelia Jakobs is going to Eurovision, and I'm very excited for her, but we need to address what the heck was going on when the results were called. Was I the only one extremely uncomfortable with everything after the announcement? Mostly when Klara was carrying her like a child and patting her butt like a child. I hated it. I did not enjoy it. I wanted that to end. I was cringing. I was trying to watch and also not watch at the same time. And I feel bad. I mean, when you're in the moment and when you've got all of this excitement going on in your head, you're not thinking about maybe I look like a 2-year-old being carried by my mom. Like, I can't, it was weird. It was weird. And just a few more like last minute things I want to mention. Worst songs of the competition. Bananas. I can't. That song started off the entire competition and it was so bad. It was just cringy. And my problem with it is when they spell out the word bananas, but not completely. They only say B-A-N-A, nas. Bananas.
B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
I really wish they had written the song in Swedish. Can you say that in Swedish? Att man går bananer. B-A-N-A-ner. Bananer. Sign me up for Mello. I want to be in it. The other song was Fyrfaldigt hurra. That song is so overwhelming. I cannot listen to it. I can listen to Bananas more than this one. Everything about it. And I think it also has that like the same beat as the Tune one, where it's just every note is a beat. And then it's just overwhelming. Overload. Sensory overload on that one. All right, guys, that was Melodifestivalen 2022. And now we just look forward to Eurovision. But in the meantime, there's going to be the American Song Contest. So what I'm hoping to do, I'm hoping I can give weekly recaps. And this is just going to be just my little like pop-up series. Like, I think I'll stick with this for the duration of the contest. And then once it's over, just go back to regular videos. So I apologize if you guys are not into this type of content, but also if you've made it this far, then maybe you are into this content. But I don't know what kind of coverage this competition's going to get. I don't think many Americans know it's happening. I think more people from the Eurovision audience are aware than Americans. So stay tuned for my little pop-up series talking about the American Song Contest, going right into Eurovision, a little bit of overlap, and then the Eurovision finale. There's going to be so much to cover. It should be fun. So much music. I hope you guys like music. So I guess that's it for this video. And of course, if you guys can like, comment, and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video. Hey do.